Thank you to all the candidates for sticking to the time constraints. I really appreciate that, and we're going to reward you with a pretty big softball here, which is also going to serve as your closing statement. So if you could wrap it up, that would be great, and I'll start with Congresswoman Schwarts. Pennsylvania is a large and diverse state with a wide array of political beliefs. What qualities do you bring to this race that makes you believe that you can ultimately win in that situation? And just as important, how would you govern in that atmosphere? Many members of the General Assembly will undoubtedly not share your point of view if you succeed. Congresswoman Schwarts.
Well, it starts off by my believing that most Pennsylvanians and their elected representatives should care about some of the same things we're talking about. When I travel across Pennsylvania and I talk to voters everywhere, they actually agree with us that we should invest in our kids, that we should make sure that they're safe, that we should make sure that they're educated, that we should, in fact, make sure that the Marcellus Shale is done right, and that we, of course, should grow this economy, invest in our people, and have a great future. That is something we all agree on in Pennsylvania. What you need as a governor is someone who is going to fight to get that done and find that common ground, but lead with the values that we share. And that is what I have always done. I have fought and succeeded and won for families of Pennsylvania. And that I hear across Pennsylvania. They want someone who's going to be governor who has the leadership, the vision, the plan, and the ability to get things done. I have the broadest range of experience and accomplishments. I know how to get things done. And what you get and what you need to know about me as your next governor is that I will fight for you every day, and we will win. And that's what Pennsylvania families and Pennsylvania future deserves.
Thank you. Auditor General.
I believe that my experiences in life prepare me well to be governor. I'm a Marine Corps Vietnam infantry veteran. I fought in a war that the country disagreed with. I was fortunate to have survived it. I went to school at IUP at the age of 23, got a degree in safety engineering, worked in the private sector for 10 years. I've been in government for the last 25 years at a variety of positions, taking on leaderships, holding governors accountable, both Republican and Democrat, and realize that leadership is a quality by which you have to lead and you have to follow. You have to work with people. And yes, it's a big challenge in Pennsylvania because it's a Republican state. The governor's Republican, the Senate's Republican, the House is Republican. And you better be talking common sense to convince them to do the right thing, and you better challenge them, and you better lead on practical issues that impact the people of Pennsylvania. I'm a moderate. You know, I think our government in this country is at two extremes. One is liberal and the other is conservative. When the majority of people in Pennsylvania, especially because of being a swing state, are moderates. They want common sense solutions to everyday problems. And I think that's precisely what I bring to the governorship of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, also with a vision and the ability to win, to take on Tom Corbett and beat him in county after county, as I did as Auditor General when I ran for election.
Thank you. Treasurer McCord.
If you're thinking about this choice and what will allow me to win and to govern, I guess I would hit on three words. One is experience, the second is personality, and the third is empathy. Certainly I have the experience to win statewide. In the rearview mirror, you can see that I've done it. I've won in a contested primary. I've won in a couple of general elections. I've been to every corner of the Commonwealth. Nobody will think I disproportionately represent any one county or any one concern. They know that I mean it when I'm talking about investing in a way that will increase the supply of jobs, increase economic security, and most important, get us investing again in public education. They can see the way I've been doing it, right? Second, I have had that experience of dealing with Republican legislators. They realize that I may disagree, but I'm not always disagreeable. And they've gotten to know my personality. I'm reading Doris Kearns' book about Teddy Roosevelt, the kind of hyperactive, activist, progressive. I think he gives some credibility to that approach to governing. They realized that I was telling the truth when I told them that Tom Corbett was lying about everything from adult basic health care to lottery privatization to increasing the cost of what he was calling pension reform. I have that experience, and finally, empathy. People look at me and they realize that, even though I'm a balding white guy who can attract Republican votes, I know what economic insecurity looks like, and they know that I'm passionate about doing the right thing for working people.
Thank you, and Secretary McGinty.
Well, thanks very much. And what I'm finding out there is that people are really ready for a whole new day in Pennsylvania, rebrand Pennsylvania, no longer to be seen as a state that's going out of its way to hurt its own citizens, whether it's immigrants or women or LGBT. Stop. Let's instead invest in people, whether Republican or Democrat out there, are hungering for a whole new direction on education. They want to see jobs created. They want to see people having a chance to thrive and succeed. And in me, they see somebody who had that chance and is eternally grateful to the schools that helped me win that piece of the American dream. And they see that passion that I will fight for them. But it's a whole new day, too, in that it's not just addressing or righting wrongs. This should be our time to shine. At a time when there's a renaissance of manufacturing in the United States, we've got the skills, we've got the workforce, we've got the know-how to lead, compete, and win. No other state mints more PhDs, wins more research or more patents than Pennsylvania. How are we 48th in job creation? We can and should be the leading state in an entrepreneurial and innovative economy, and you bet Republicans and Democrats are responding to that. But it is all about getting stuff done, and I will tell you my track record, when Newt Gingrich, you remember the contract on America? When he took over the Congress, that's when I got major pieces of environmental legislation done. Same here in Pennsylvania. Did it before, we'll do it again. It is our time to shine, and I thank you for the opportunity to visit with you today.
Thank you again to all the candidates for giving us the opportunity to get to know you a little bit better, and thanks to the audience, too, for being so engaged.